Hello there, beloved. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in to join us on the AVAD channel, AVAD broadcast a verse a day. Today, being the 323rd episode or day 323, we would continue to admonish ourselves on the subject matter of faith because that is what defines us as Christians. It's a must have for us. And today we'll stay on the 11th chapter of the book of Hebrews, but we'll be looking at the 32nd verse. Hebrew chapter 11 verse 32. I read, "And what more shall I say? For the time will fail me to tell of Gideon and Barak and Samson and Jephthah, also of David and Samuel and the prophets." So he's saying that the faith that these ones had in God, you see God wrought wonders through them. So let's start with the man Gideon. Gideon was from the least tribe in the tribe of Israel, right? And in his father's clan, his family was the least. Now, he was born in a time when the Midianites were oppressing the Israelites. They would not only attack them, they would attack them in person. They would ensure that they destroyed their crops. They did all sorts, and the Israelites, God's people, were left to be fearful. And this environment that Gideon found himself, as any one of us might find relatable, made him to be fearful. So God sent his angel to him to call him a man of valor. And when the angel called him the man of valor, it was an exact opposite of who he was. He was a fearful person. And when he told him, "Oh, peace of the Lord be with you," and all that, he said, "No, if the Lord, as we have been told by our ancestors, if the Lord actually has interest in us, then why is all this befalling us?" And God said, "Yes, I'm going to use you to save your people." And he was like, "See, me, I am insignificant, and to God, who you were before you would have an encounter with him does not matter. He is interested in who you are now, because there's a reason why he's coming to you and he wants to use you. The future is bright with him." And he said to him, "Now you are fearful, but I am not calling you the fearful Gideon. I'm calling you mighty man of valour," right? "I am not seeing you as being fearful. I'm seeing the failure that I can make of you." And that is what faith is. Now I'm presenting your future as a man of failure before you. Do you want to stand being fearful? And you see, now he now said, "Okay, there is going to be, bring all your concerns before me." And Gideon kept pouring, "Give me a sign, the fleece and all that." And at that moment that I knew it was God, and that was it. And God kept him in loop of what he was going to do, and I was going to save his people. And you see, that journey of faith with Gideon made him to become a brave person, the person who acceded the instructions of God and followed it to the letter. And he told him, "Now, this is what I want you to do. Get the pitcher, get the hole blown, and you separate unto me 10,000 soldiers." And when those 10,000 were selected, he said, "No, you subject these ones, O Lord, to you subject them what into a further test. For the fearful ones, announce to them that they should go home." And at that point, you see, God would not avail himself in a fearful situation. Like we said yesterday, God says that for those who come to him must first believe, and you must believe in him before you get that reward that comes from him. And that is how it is. Without faith, you can't please God. So the fearful soldiers were told to what? To return home. Long story cut short, just on Gideon alone, this particular verse talks about the other people that we can talk about. We can talk about David, we can talk about Jephthah, we can talk about Samuel the prophets. But there's a reason why God is making us to emphasize on Gideon today. And you see, he now said, "Take them to what? To the stream, take them to the river, and I will choose for myself 300, and this is how you know." And he gave him the sign. So that is what helps us when we begin the work of faith. The things that God will say to us, we must do them and follow them through to the latter. And when we do it, you see that God is going to move us from that place of being fearful, of being doubtful, of being laid back to that place where we attain bravery, we attain confidence that comes to God, and we become a man of valor, a man that will do valiantly for God in all that we do. Please let this provoke faith out of your heart. Let it excite you into believing the word of God, having that connection to Him, listening to the instructions that proceed from God, and you will be able to put actions of faith, and you would see that there will be transformation on your home path, and everybody will be able to substantiate your evidence of faith. Please make Him available to people all around you as you continue to make the word of God available to the people of God, doing it in bit and of course doing it a verse a day. Shalom.